Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We're back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we shall be talking about the Euro 2020. And when it comes to the Euro 2020, we'll be talking about a specific country. And we're going to be talking about today is going to be España, otherwise known as Spain, the current team I'm wearing on my shirt right now. Now, when it comes to the Euros, I have done a prediction and I predicted Spain to win the Euros. But after the first game and seeing us draw against Sweden, I'm going to take a look at this team, go through the goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, and forwards, and see if I agree with Luis Enrique, because after looking at their squad, I don't kind of agree with Luis Enrique and the players that he called up. He had no Real Madrid players in his Spanish squad. And yet there are some players that shouldn't actually be there considering their Spanish form, the way they played in big European competitions from the past couple of years. So without further ado, guys, let's take a look at the Spain squad for Euro 2021 actually. The Euro squad for 2021. So starting off with the goalkeepers. The goalkeepers / defenders. The three goalkeepers for Spain in this tournament are going to be David De Gea, Unai Simon, and then I think it's Alberto Sanchez or Carlos Sanchez, or something like that. The two goalkeepers I agree with are De Gea and Unai Simon, because Unai Simon's had a very decent season with Athletic Bilbao, and then of course De Gea is usually going to be number one. Third goalkeeper I would have probably called in, even though he did not perform well for Chelsea and he did get replaced for Chelsea, I would have probably called up Kepa Arrizabalaga to be the third goalkeeper, because that way we have three goalkeepers with a lot of experience in the Spain national team. Because the third goalkeeper, I'm not really sure if he has any experience with the Spain national team, but it's whatever. And those are three goalkeepers. Now, when it comes to defenders, we have Cesar Azpilicueta, we have Diego Llorente, we have Pau Torres, we have Eric Garcia, we have Jose Gaya, we have Jordi Alba, and surprisingly, we have Americ Laporte, who switched his nationality allegiance from France to Spain to get some playing time. Now, obviously, there's two big people missing from the Spanish national team in terms of defense. That is Gerard Piqué and Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos did not get called up, so Gerard Piqué has been injured, so he did not get called up. But the one person I probably would replace on this team, on the defensive side, is probably going to be Diego Llorente, because I don't really think he's had a very good season for Leeds United, where he currently plays right now in the Premier League. And so if I were to replace Diego Llorente with some center backs, that could be a possible option. Mario Hermoso is a very good option, because he's athletic, he's very pacey as a center back. And I'm pretty sure if we needed him, considering he's pacey, he could play left back or right back. Another guy I could have probably brought in is Ramos, because I don't understand why Luis Enrique did not call up Ramos, because Ramos is a leader. We need a leader on this defense. The leader right now on this defense is probably Azpilicueta, and I would probably say if we had Gerard Piqué or Sergio Ramos, they would have been a better leader, than Azpilicueta. But that's just not really it. Cucurella is also another one, because he's a very versatile player. He can play left back, he can play left mid, and I'm pretty sure he can play left wing, so he's a very versatile player. And then the final one I'd probably say is a right back. I probably would have took Hector Bellerin, even though he had a disappointing season for Arsenal, and there are rumors of him leaving Arsenal going past the season. I probably would have called him up as my third or fourth possible options. But that concludes the defense for the Spain national team. Midfield. Sergio Busquets as the leader in midfield, I'm pretty sure the captain. Marcos Llorente, who plays for Atletico Madrid. Koke, who plays for Atletico Madrid. Thiago, who plays for Liverpool. Ferran Torres, who had a very good season for Manchester City. Rodri, Manchester City. Fabian, who plays for Napoli. Dani Olmo, who plays for Red Bull Leipzig. And then Adama Traore, and then I think the final guy was actually Sarabia. So I'd probably take three people out of this midfield team, because I don't really think we need this many midfielders. And of course, some of these midfielders do play as wingers, so that's why they're really classed as midfielders. Because Ferran Torres, Adama, who else? Actually, no, those are the only two guys that can really play in the wing. So I guess two wingers out of the midfielders, really. So Thiago, I probably would take out, because even though Liverpool did eventually get back into the Champions League spots. They had a very disappointing season. A lot of this occurring from injuries. And I probably would have said, if I probably would have took Thiago out of this team, I would have probably brought Marco Asensio, who is a very good center attacking midfielder that has experience playing for Real Madrid and playing for a national team. More experience, I'd probably say, than Thiago, and I think he's actually a better midfielder than Thiago, so I probably would have took Asensio. In terms of another midfielder I would probably replace, I would probably took out Fabian and replace him with Saul. If you're going to have three Atletico Madrid midfielders that are all Spanish, why not call up the third? Why not call up Saul, who's I'd probably say is the best Spanish midfielder that Atletico have. I think he's better than Koke. I think he's better than Marcos Llorente. I think Saul is just that perfect midfield option. I think he's more of a box-to-box midfielder in terms for the Spain national team. So I don't really understand why you didn't call up. If you called up Koke, if you called up Marcos Llorente, you have to call up Saul and complete the trio. But then we get to the strikers or forwards, and this is probably where I had the biggest problem, because we only have 4 forwards, and one of them is not really even a forward if you look at where he played this past season. The 4 forwards we have are Alvaro Morata, decent season for Juventus, Gerard Moreno, who had a decent season for Villarreal. I think he's a big part of the reason why Villarreal eventually won the Europa League. Oyarzabal, who played for Real Sociedad, and then Pedri. Now, we all remember Pedri for Barcelona. He used to be a winger for Barcelona, then they moved him into the midfield, and that's where he's best suited. So can we really count Pedri as a forward? I don't really count Pedri as a forward. I count Pedri as a midfielder, considering he plays best when he's in the midfield. So maybe that's even another option to replace one of those guys that they have in the midfielder. But then I just look at this just like, we have no speed. We have no speed. In the forwards, we have no speed. Morata is more of a Ronaldo type. He's not really quick. He's more of a target man. Gerard Moreno, same type of player. Oyarzabal, he has decent technical ability, but he doesn't really have that much pace on him. And then Pedri, like I said, as a midfielder, he does have some pace on him, but he's more. I see him more as a midfielder. So looking at this, I'm just wondering, like, what is he doing when it comes to forward? And I saw an article saying that Luis Enrique got it wrong, and looking at the forwards, he definitely got it wrong. Luis Enrique definitely got the forwards wrong, because I can name 3 players that have decent pace, that better pace than Morata. One is not a winger, but I can name 2 strikers that have better pace than Morata, and probably have a better finishing. I know one of these guys has a better finishing, because the last time we played him, it was at Euros, or it was in the World Cup. I think it was at the World Cup. No, it was not Euros. Rodrigo Moreno, the striker or cam that plays for Leeds United. He has a bunch of pace, and he has a goal-scoring record with Spain, and yet he did not get called up. His teammate Diego Llorente and center back got called up, but he didn't. That is absolutely a travesty. Ansu Fati, the young Barcelona winger from Spain, doesn't get called up, but his teammate Pedri gets called up. I love Pedri, but Ansu Fati deserved to get called up and participate in his first big national tournament at the Euros. He's young, he's very quick, so why not call him up? Luis Enrique is a former Barcelona Real Madrid player, so if he looks at the Barcelona players, he's got to look at Ansu Fati and look at him and have very good potential, because him and Pedri are the future of Barcelona. Him, Pedri, Ricky Puig, and I think who was it? The guy that they just bought, Eric Garcia, are the future of Barcelona. And then the final guy I think that should be the out-and-out starting striker for Spain that they should have brought in is Paco Alcácer, who plays for Villarreal, was their top goal scorer, I'm pretty sure, in the Spanish League and in the Europa League. I think he has better finishing than Gerard Moreno. Funny enough, they're actually teammates. But I think Paco Alcácer should have really got called up for the Spanish national team. So looking through the team again, goalkeepers, take out 1, replace 1. Defense, take out 1 player. Midfielder, I'd probably replace 3 from that midfield. And then strikers, I just revamped that whole striking team when it comes to Spain. But that's what I just think of the Spain national team. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please smash the like button. I'll be posting more sports content for you guys to see in the coming days. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications so you know my videos go live. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later.